I always go back to the feelings in my body. For me, it wasn't that long ago that I didn't feel connected to Eros. I didn't a lot of joy out of here in my experience of being alive. I can remember not wanting to get out of bed in the morning. I can remember getting the snooze button again and again and again. And as soon as I wake up, sleep was like a break. And then as soon as I woke up, I had maybe just a moment where there's nothing. And then this rush would come into my brain of just, I don't know, dread.
It's
Just,
funny you would say that as the first, as you, in that moment of pause, as you were thinking about the rush of, the word that came to mind was dread. To be disconnected from Eros is, for both of us, to wake up to dread. A dreadful experience.
yeah.
But go on, please. I just wanted to pause there because that just grabbed me. I was just thinking that, you know.
Thank you. I love that. Yes. Yeah. I mean, and with that came two things that were so intense, they were almost unfeelable for me, which was a longing for purpose and a longing for connection. And I felt like I couldn't find either. And when I would be with people, I would get moments of connection or glimpses of connection, but then other times where I would become ungrounded or too much in my head, or I would start worrying about what they wanted, who they wanted me to be, and I would try to be that. And so in this process of connecting with Eros, I think it was a combined process of grounding, feeling safer in myself and in my body, and then finding that spark inside of me. It now allows me to walk into a room like the ecstatic dance room with 30 or 40 other bodies and souls in that room and feel excited and curious about how I'm going to show up. And about the fact that I get to be me here today, whatever that means, however that looks. And that's going to be interesting. And that's going to be exciting. And that feeling, I mean, it's changed everything.
Yeah.
So I wake up now and I get out of bed and I'm happy to be awake. I'm excited. I'm actually excited every day. I never thought back in those times that would be possible. I just couldn't imagine how it came to feel that way. Thank you.
Sometimes when the Eros is flowing in me, well, when the Eros isn't flowing in me, life's travails will sometimes get me up in the middle of the night, and I'll be up for 2 hours filled with the D word, dread. You know, just kind of, God, how am I going to resolve this? That kind of energy. What am I going to do about this? Ugh. When I'm completely in the connection to my own erotic energy, I might wake up in the middle of the night and be up for 2 hours, but it's a very different experience. It's like, well, while I'm up, let me do some writing, or learn something, or who knows. But I can't go back to sleep. But it's because I'm excited about being Ronan.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, as opposed at the other end of the spectrum, I have known what it is to wake up in the middle of the night and say, I wish this would just be over. Not an honest to God suicidal ideation, but just, the John Mayer song, Stop This Train. Please just stop. I just want this to stop. And when I'm in erotic energy, it's like, wow, where are we going?
Right.
What could be next? Back to your notion about the possibility of being surprised by myself and what's arising around me.